therapy for Bubba Bass Anglers, and today I got a double header. I got this new rod, this huge rod that I couldn't unbox the rod in front of you. The box is fucking huge. It's like 10 feet tall. It's just ridiculous, this box they sent this thing in. So I took it out of the box. This is a 7-foot rod. It was in like a 10-foot box. So here's this rod I'm going to unwrap for you, and let's get her done. Actually, let me show you the other thing first, because it's a double header. I got something magical in this little box right here as the second part of the unboxing. So let's unbox them. Let's do the rod first. Okay, so first we got the rod. I'm going to slowly unbox this, or unwrap it. You guys. It's so long. Shit. And I'll talk about what I got and why I got it. Come on, Jesus. I commend Amazon, or whoever I bought this from on Amazon, for wrapping it so well. But this is insane. It's all getting stuck on my shirt and shit. Ugh. So much tape. Okay. And then the tape keeps sticking back together on this bubble wrap, which I'm going to reuse. I'm going to try and reuse it. Oh, man, what a pain in the ass. Okay, I'm starting to see rod. So let's see if I can just slide it out. There we go. You can already see the label. It's Garcia. So you know it's got to have a V in it. Is it villain? Is it the Vendetta? Ooh. All right, what you see before you is the Garcia Vendetta. This is a medium heavy 7-foot rod. Handles 8 to 14 pound line and up to 3/4 ounce bait. Now, originally, what me and Bub were trying to do is we were trying to build frog setups, spinning frog setups. And as most of you experienced fishermen know, spinning rods don't come in heavy unless it's like an inshore rod. So the max you can do is medium heavy. And the thing about frogging is you want to have like 50-pound line, you want to have a strong rod, you want to have a high gear ratio so you can pull those fish out of the goddamn lilies and shit. So I originally got this for that. I said, okay, let me build a frog spinning setup. So this is what I got. This is the Vendetta. But I've since changed my mind. Now I am going to put my 4000 series Penn Fierce on this rod. And I could still use it with heavier baits. But I'm not going to use this for frogging. I've decided, oh, such a nice grip. And this, I love this right here. I've decided, like, what most of you don't know is me and Bub are anti-bait caster. But I bought a bait caster to learn how to use one. I bought an Garcia Black Max 2, which is a great starting bait caster. And back before we started looking at other rods, we were ugly stick dudes. I got 3 ugly stick GX2s. And they were fine for like doing regular stuff, but I bought the ugly stick GX2 casting rod to go with my bait caster. And I could use it, I could cast like crazy. And one time I took off the brake and took off the magnet just to see how far I could cast it, but I forgot to thumb it. And I got the worst backlash of my life. And I'm just like, screw bait casters. But one of the other problems was that the GX2 bait casting rod, it felt kind of heavy. And because I'm used to using spinning rods as opposed to bait casting rods, I have this muscle memory. So there's a different muscle memory, different set of muscles you use for a bait caster as opposed to a spinning rod. So it was kind of uncomfortable for me to use. After going to Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's and putting my hands on some quality bait casting rods that are really light, I've decided that I'm not going to quit on the bait caster. I'm going to swap out the Ugly Stick GX2 for a really nice lightweight bait casting rod, and it'll make all the difference. So this right here will probably be used for crankbaits, jigs. I don't know what else. And then I have my other one, which is a Mojo Bass, and the Mojo Bass has the Pen Battle 2 on it. That's another one I could use for you know, heavier crank, because I do have heavier crankbaits, frogs, spinning baits, you name it, I could use it on that. But when I go to primarily frog, I'm going to put that bait caster on a new rod, and then I have my other 2 ugly sticks, which I'll use for soft baits like Sinkos and lightweight, because those are medium rods, so you know, lightweight stuff, finesse stuff. So that's the Vendetta. That's a badass. And I'm gonna sit this up and unbox my second little toy. Bam! I bought this on a whim because I needed, now that I was moving my pen to a different rod, I needed something for my ugly stick. I needed a replacement reel, so this is what I got. We were looking at all these reels, and I saw this, and I was just like, oh my god, it's beautiful. I have to have it. And it's the perfect reel for my GX2, which I primarily use with Sinkos and soft baits and hula grubs and things like that. And here it is. Ooh, what's this? Oh. This is the Pflueger President Limited Edition. And I had to get this in the third. I got a really good deal on this. I told you the other day I got the Battle 2 for $69. I actually got the Battle 2 for $79. I got this one for $66 on eBay. Pflueger President Limited Edition. This is the 2016 edition of the President. $3,500, which is fine. I'm cool with that. So let's open this sucker up. This is retail therapy, people. This is what we do. When we can't fish, we buy more fishing gear. Okay, that down. And I absolutely love the colors too, the black and red. That goes with my GX2 rod perfectly. Alright, papers, we don't care about that stuff. Okay, so here it is. Ed kept talking about this over and over again. When I actually saw the limited edition, I lost my mind. So, here's the limited edition Pflueger President. As you can see, it's all metal. black and red. It's got a wooden handle. And it's got the Pflueger engraved on there. I don't know if you can see it. Really sick. Got the red there on the handle. What else can I tell you about this? This is, for a 3500, it's not that big. It's not that heavy. It's very light. It's a 6:1 gear ratio, so it'll be another high gear ratio reel for me. And now, let me show you how quiet it is. Look at that. It's not as quiet as my pen, but it is quiet. The Pflueger President Limited Edition, and it is just a beautiful reel. It looks totally different than the regular Pflueger President. It's such a nice looking reel. Let's see what we got on the box here. Oh yeah, here we go. It's got 10 bearings, aluminum main shaft, aluminum pinion gear, braid ready spool, allows braid to be tied directly to the spool. You do realize that when you use braid, sometimes the braid can slip around it. So all these new rods are being made like the Battle 2 has the rubber around it. So you can put the braid directly on there and it'll grab it and it won't slip. Has a sealed drag system, carbon handle, and rosewood handle knob. So the wood on this is made with rosewood. And it's just an absolutely beautiful reel for you finesse bass fishermen out there. There it is. This is Torrance Davis from Bubba Bass Anglers with Retail Therapy. I'll see you on the next video. Peace.